drive, so he studied hard to pass the big dive. He practiced his honks and his turns on the street, ready to show that he couldn't be beat. The day came to take his test with a grin. He started the car and put the key in. He honked the horn, then looked left and right, driving so carefully it felt just right. The examiner smiled, "You're ready to go. Gary the goose shot to the road I'll show." He zipped past the ponds and waddled the lane, the happiest goose with a driver's license in Maine. Now Gary drives safely all through the town, the goose with the coolest license around.
Benny the bunny had a big job to do, delivering mail to the forest crew. He hopped down the path with a bag full of letters, greeting his friends, all the birds and the critters. He bounced over hills and zipped past the trees, whistling a tune on the cool morning breeze. A squirrel waved hello, a fox gave a cheer. Benny delivered each letter with care. From the tallest tree to the tiniest mole, Benny made sure every mailbox was whole. He raced through the meadows and dashed through the glen, delivering smiles again and again. At the end of the day, with the sun sinking low, Benny the bunny felt proud as could go.
Hansel and Gretel found a hot rod one day, shiny and glowing in a magical way. They hopped inside and turned the key. Whoosh! Off they zoomed, wild and free. The hot rod flew past the candy trees, buzzing past gingerbread houses with ease. They raced through forests both fast and slow, with sparkles and magic all aglow. A fairy waved as they passed by, and stars twinkled bright in the sky. Hansel laughed, Gretel gave a cheer, the best magical ride of the year. When they landed, that sang safe on the ground, they promised to share the hot rod. When they landed, that sang safe on the ground, they promised to share the hot rod they found.
Gerald the giraffe loved to see the parade, with bright circus tents and the games they played. One day he decided, I want in the fun to ride on the train and show everyone. He stretched up his neck and climbed in the car, next to the clowns and the juggling star. The elephants trumpeted, the lions did roar, while Gerald waved high from the caboose door. He learned to juggle big balls and red pins, and balanced on stilts with his long giraffe limbs. The crowd gave a cheer as he danced down the track, the tallest circus star, no one looking back. Now Gerald rides trains from city to town, the happiest giraffe with his circus crown.
Dickory-dock, a mouse jumped into a clock. But this was no clock for telling the time. It had wheels and gears, a ride so prime. He pulled a small lever and gave it a spin. The clock came alive with a rattling grin. It rolled through the kitchen, the hallway, the stair, with the mouse at the wheel and wind in his hair. He zoomed past the cat who was taking a nap, then beeped the horn with a tick-tock tap. The numbers spun wildly, the hands did too, as the mouse drove the clock like a hot rod crew. We zipped through seconds and minutes and hours past cuckoo birds, bells, and grandfather towers. At last he parked with a squeaky cheer, the best little ride of the whole mousy year.
Oscar the owl was brave and bold, he wanted a thrill, or so he was told. He flapped to the park with a nervous smile and saw the big coaster a mile after mile. It twisted and looped, went upside down, made lions scream and parrots frown. But Oscar hooted, "Let's give it a try." He fluffed his feathers and took to the sky. He buckled in tight in seat number 2, right next to a chicken who looked kinda blue. Up, up they climbed, then down like a flash. Oscar went woo in a lightning fast dash. His wings flew up, his eyes went wide as he soared through loops with the wind as his guide. When it finally stopped, he gave a cheer. "Let's ride again, this owl's got no fear." Ricky the robot found a big rhino with horns sharp and strong like a metal torpedo. He climbed on the rhino and held on tight, ready for a wild and bumpy flight. They charged through the jungle, kicking up dust. Rhino and robot both filled with trust. Ricky beat tunes as the rhino ran, racing and jumping across the land. They stopped by a river to take a quick sip, then raced with the wind on a fast, crazy trip. The rhino and robot, an unbeatable pair, racing with laughter through the fresh jungle air. When the sun set low and the ride was done, they promised to race again, having so much fun.
The tiger who took a taxi. The jungle's too wild, it's taxis for me. He wore a top hat and a tie that was blue, and flagged down a cab with a polite little moo. The driver was shocked. "A tiger? Oh dear." But Tiger just smiled. "Don't worry, I steer." They zoomed past the monkeys and splashed through the creek, while parrots all cheered and the Jeep gave a squeak. "I've got to be fast," Tiger said with a grin. "My party starts soon and I need to drop in." He paid with bananas, a dozen not more, and waved to a zebra who opened the door. He danced and he juggled, then served jungle pie, with cookies shaped like taxis zooming by. And ever since then, if you visit that track, you might see Tiger in a yellow cap back.
Penny the penguin woke up one day and found she had lost her waddle away. She tried to walk left, she tried to walk right, but her feet wouldn't move quite right. She slipped on the ice and fell with a flop. "Oh no," she cried, "I just can't stop." Her friends came to help, all gathered around. They taught Penny how to walk without a sound. She practiced and practiced, then gave a big grin. Her waddle came back, it was back to begin. Now Penny slides on the ice with such pride, waddling and sliding, she loves the ride. Her friends all cheer, "You're a waddling star." Penny just laughs, "I'm waddling far."
Benny the bear loved cars, big and small, but banana-shaped cars were the best of them all. Yellow and bright, with wheels made of peel, he thought banana cars were the coolest deal. He drove down the road with a big happy grin. The birds cheered him on as he raced with the spin. His friends found it funny, a car made of fruit, but Benny just laughed, it's perfect to boot. He honked with a beat that sounded like boo, and ate a banana when the tank was through. Banana cars zoom through forests and parks, making sweet trails and banana sparks. Benny the bear in his yellow banana car, the coolest, most fruity driver by far. Benny the bear in his yellow banana car, the coolest, most fruity driver by far.
Leo the lion drove an ice cream truck with cones and sprinkles, oh what luck. He roared down the street with a jingling bell, bringing cold treats that kids love so well. He served up scoops of chocolate and mint, with swirls and toppings and tasty hint. The children all cheered, here comes the king, as Leo smiled wide, happy to bring. One day a cat asked for double cream. Leo laughed loud, that's my dream team. He handed out cones with a big lion grin, making every day a cool treat when the ice cream truck zoomed through the park. Leo the lion lighting up the dark. There once was a cat with a shiny blue hat that looked just like a spaceship, imagine that. With buttons and lights that would blink and would glow. The cat zoomed around, putting on a big show. He blasted through clouds and zoomed past the moon, racing with rockets and howling at tunes. His hat had a whistle, a horn, and a bell that made funny sounds like a magical spell. He stopped by Mars for a quick cup of tea and danced on the rings of the big Saturn tree. Aliens waved with 3 eyes and 4 feet and offered the cat some spacey moon sweet. Back home on Earth, with stars in his eyes, the cat told us tales under nighttime skies, and everyone laughed at his cosmic chat. The adventures of the cat in the spaceship hat. Clara the cow had a big bright dream to fly through the clouds with a swoosh and a gleam. She built a kite plane with ribbons and string and hoped to fly high like a bird on the wing. With moo and with cheer, she climbed up aboard. Her kite plane took off, soaring toward the fjord. She flew past the mountains, the rivers and trees, feeling the wind and the cool, gentle breeze. She waved to the birds as they soared all around, and dipped a low to see flowers blooming on the ground. The cows in the field all watched in surprise as Clara flew up and danced in the skies. She landed back softly, her dream now in sight, the happiest cow with her kite plane flight.